Chris Mims here, Mims Integra Insurance, answering your questions about insurance, specifically homeowners insurance. And today I want to talk about some of those optional coverages or new coverages that are showing up on some of your policies. And the one I want to talk about today is a very important one if you ever need it, and it's called service line coverage. So here's the story. 40 years, I wish that was 40 years, about 40 years ago, my wife and I bought our first house. And in the back of our yard back there, we started noticing that it started sinking, a sinkhole. And we're very young, 22, 23 years old. And so we didn't understand that there might be an underlying problem. So we bought a whole bunch of dirt and brought it in and leveled it off because they brought all this dirt in to build this subdivision. We figured it was just settling. And we continued to have the same problem year after year. And so we finally just gave up and let it do what it was doing. And I guess it was about 10 years into it, we started having some plumbing problems. And we called the Mud District, or in your area it might be just the city, and they came out and they checked and blew out the lines for us, and plumbing worked fine. That lasted a few months, and then it happened again. And so they blew out the lines and said we need to get a plumber. Well, we had a plumber come out there to see what was going on, and they ran a snake to try to find the problem, and it went out of the house and went a long ways. Basically, it went all the way back to where the sinkhole was in our yard. And this is where I wish I'd had service line coverage. Back then, you couldn't find it. And so what happened is that, unfortunately, I wish we'd turned this in sooner because it would have been covered by General Homes, but they didn't hook up the plumbing sewer line to the main line. It never got hooked up. And so over time, my dirt was getting sucked in to the sewer line there, and eventually it plugged it up. So here's the story though. The main line of that sewer line that runs behind all of our houses or in front of your house or wherever, that's owned by the utility company or the city or whoever provides the sewer coverage. The line from the sewer line to your house is owned by you. And if there's a problem in that section, then you're responsible for it. Now, in our situation, it never got hooked up, but it was since it was past the warranty time, it was on our side of the what they call the riser that goes from the thing down to the sewer line itself. It was our problem, and so they had to tear down the fence, bring a backhoe in, dig down in there, and then eventually hook it back up. And I don't remember how much it cost back then. I guess this would have been about 30 years ago. And I know we had to set up payments with the Mud District to get it paid off. I know it's several $1,000s. Service line coverage, which is available now, would have taken care of that. And that's why it's so important. Your electrical from the pole to your house could be your responsibility. Your water from the water meter to your house is your responsibility. The gas line usually is right beside the house. So that's from the meter to the house is your responsibility. So that's usually not a big problem. And then the sewer from the house to the main line is your responsibility. Now, I had it happen to me, and I've had one client have that happen to them, and that's all I've seen. But I've also only had, in the 35 or 25 years I've been an agent, had only 2 house fires. So, you hear about house fires all the time. You never hear about the service line coverage. The service line problems like this. I know many of you have started getting letters in the mail to buy this insurance or buy this coverage or something like that. Most homeowners policies are now making that available, and that's what it's for. So if you're getting something like that in the mail and talking to about it, give your insurance agent or give me a call and say, hey, do I have service line coverage, and can I get it? How do I go about getting it? And we can get you set up with a policy that covers it, or maybe your agent that you have right now can just go to the company that you have and get it added, or move you to a company that does have it. So I hope that helps you understand what service line coverage is. Next time I'm going to talk about equipment breakdown coverage. So this is Chris Mims answering your questions about insurance. We do appreciate you watching. Please subscribe to the channel below so that you can see future videos. And as always, we appreciate you, and have a great day.